Carolina Panthers, who have they really cleaned house. You know, they're 1-10 so far this year. They went ahead and fired their head coach Frank Reich, who thank you for that, Alec. We hope your holidays were good as well. We've all had pretty good ones from what I can tell. Hello, Jober, thank you. But Frank Reich is gone now. Head coach from Carolina, 1-10 this year. Deuce Staley, their associate head coach and the running backs coach, gone as well. And everybody's favorite backup quarterback, Josh McCown, is out as the quarterbacks coach there in Carolina. But here's what I found very interesting, and this is what I want to get into. And Handy, I'm going to go to you first with this, my friend. David Tepper bought the team in 2018. Okay, became the owner. Since that time, he has fired 3 head coaches. He fired Ron Rivera after week 13 of 2019. He fires Matt Rule last year after week 5, and has now fired Frank Reich after week 11 here in 2023. Do we have a Jerry Jones type situation where the owner is causing the football team to kind of like he's putting himself above what the team might need or what the team is doing? Because I got to be honest, for me, this is kind of a red flag. You've only been the owner 5 years, and you're going to go on your 4th head coach now. Handy, what do we think about this? Is David Tepper part of the problem here in Carolina? Because let's be honest about one thing. You got a great right. You got your rookie quarterback. Sorry, real quick. Rookie quarterback. You don't have an offensive line. You don't have a number 1 receiver because you gave to the Bears for those picks. And you don't really have that great of a defense. So what's going on here, Handy? What's in Carolina? Do we start to look at ownership and go, David Tepper, what the hell are you doing?
Well, first of all, that's what them folks in Carolina get for putting mustard in their barbecue sauce, but that's a whole different story.
Wow, watch your mouth. I'm a Carolina boy. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Okay, that's the wrong way to do it, bro. Yeah, watch yourself.
That would be something like me as a Yankee would say.
Okay. Anyway, about 15, 20 years ago, there was a commercial where Jerry Jones came out of the booth and snatched the headphones off. The coach was like, "Give me this, you're fired." I think it was a commercial, something like that. This is a prime example of this. Sean, you and I talk about this. You and I both talk about this individually, separately on the college football shows. Part of the problem with firing coaches is if you get a guy in and he's only been there for a short time and you don't give him any time whatsoever to make any adjustments, to build the staff they want, to build the program they want, who's going to want to come coach there? Mm-hmm. Like, let's be real. He's not going to get let's say Sean Payton wasn't coaching right now, but this year he's going, man, I'm thinking about really coaching. He's not going to want to coach at Carolina. People are saying Belichick is thinking about leaving. The rumors are starting to fly that maybe he wants to get out of Foxborough. He's not going to come and coach it. You're not going to get a quality coach that's going to come and coach for you. You're going to get the fly-by-night guys. You're going to get the guys that have the losing records other places. You're going to get like the one you said, Sean, where you're going, I'm sorry, who are you? That's who you're going to get to come and coach for you. And you're going to, nobody's going to want to come and play for you. I honestly, if he keeps going this route, we're going to start seeing those guys that come in, get drafted, play one game, and then they sitting out the rest of the season with mysterious ailments because they don't even want to be in that on that squad. So 100%. What you said, Frank Reich, 11 games. That's it. This is first season there, right?
Yeah.
Yep. 11 games. 1-10, but 11 games.
His first season, 11 games in, as decimated as that team is, the owner can't. Instead of going to him and saying, "What can I do to help you?"
Right.
It's your first season. You got an alibi.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do to help you build this squad? Because we want to build like Josh, your boy Josh said, we want to build a culture of winning here. Mm-hmm. He just said, you know what? Give me your key card. See you. Yeah, definitely 100%. There's not now with the reputation. Just in the 5 years he's on that team, I guarantee you, aside from guys that are just trying to get head coach on their resume, no coach worth their salt is going to want to come and coach there, except maybe Urban Meyer to get a couple more
Yeah. Obviously, the price
Urban where he is.
Daniels.
Yeah.
right. Well,
I
that's
could
the
see
thing.
Josh
The price tag.
McDaniels trying to make a chance for that.
I could see somebody coming in because of the price tag, but I do agree it's going to be like a fly by night. I mean, because Washington, for all intents and purposes, somewhat similar in a similar situation, or like right past that. When Snyder was here, nobody wanted to come coach here. Nobody wanted to be a part of it because they know Snyder was going to micromanage things. But that's another thing that's going on now with Josh Harris coming here, where it's kind of like, all right, do you get rid of Ron Rivera right now, or do you let him play out? But like you said, Anthony, other teams and other coaches are looking at them and being like, all right, how do you handle this? Because if you're just going to throw them away right away, well, then what chance do I have? You know what I'm saying? Especially seeing that roster. So yeah, this isn't a good look in Carolina. And I mean, since last year, they had Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. They traded away at the trade deadline. The guy formerly known as Robbie Anderson. Now he's chosen something. I don't know.
Robbie chosen, right?
Yeah. C-Mac is in what's it called?
San Francisco.
DJ Moore's with you guys. I mean, they literally have stripped this thing down to bare bones, and then you're asking somebody to come win with one player. Like, it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair to the coach.
Yeah, with a rookie quarterback to boot, it's not like it's an established quarterback that's won one game out of 11. This kid's trying to learn the game and the speed and all that, and you just said, okay, well, never mind. We're 1-10, so we got to get rid of the coach and everybody. I mean, again, it'd be one thing you got rid of the head coach, but you also obviously thought there was a problem with the running backs coach, even though you don't have a running back, and you have a problem with the quarterbacks coach. You have a problem with the quarterbacks coach because you fired him too, but he's got a rookie quarterback that he's trying to. So I don't know if David Tepper has some idea in his head of that this is the right thing to do, but to me it looks like he screwed Carolina for at least the next year, at least 2 to 3 years, because again, now you're going to start over with a new head coach. Now you're going to have a second-year quarterback with a new head coach. Gee, this sounds a lot like Chicago in some ways. I wonder what's going on here. Anyways, but
so we gave our coach 2 seasons. That's enough.
I don't. No, we don't. Believe me, Delilah. We want him gone. We want him gone.
Completely honest, the only person that could have any hope of pulling that thing together in Carolina is Richard Dean Anderson, MacGyver. That's it.
He's a Richard Dean Anderson.
Some gum and a lighter and some
the thing that we're seeing though with these teams that don't have the right coaching staff is now you have these quarterbacks that are coming up in these drafts and they're very vocal about not wanting to come to these teams.
Yeah.
Because
they are.
Caleb Williams said, I stay in California.
No, like what is the point of going to a team after seeing what they're doing to their young quarterbacks now?
It's true.
And they're not going to help you. They're not going to help you. I do not blame them for going, I don't know. I'd rather stay back a year.
Or you could have another situation with Eli Manning / John Elway situation. Where they just say, look, don't draft me, but if you do, I'm going to sit out for the next year.
That's what Bo Jackson did.
Bo Jackson did it. Elway did it. Eli Manning got the trade he wanted.
It's to a bigger issue. It's to a bigger issue because, Nick, you were talking about how they had Matt Rule a year ago, and he only got, a year or 2 years or something like that. I mean, there's this new thing, and Anthony, you know about this in college, just same with the pros. Everybody wants the next great thing, the next genius, the next offensive guru or whatever. And you get these guys, but you expect them to just, here, this is what you got, just make do with it. And it's not fair to these guys. You know what I mean? But,
the only player I can think of right now, that kind of got plugged into a situation and it's starting to turn around. But I mean, that's also, it's not just him, it's also front office decisions and things like that. Is Sunshine down in Carolina.
Yeah.
Not Carolina, Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine.
Call him Sunshine. Hey, Sunshine.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people do, right?
Sunshine.
Yeah. Well, that's the only reason they fired their coach was because of a toxic environment. So that was a different situation, and they made the right call. in that case. That was different.